everyone, it's me Laura from the Papered Soul. Welcome back to my channel. I'm just coming to share a little bit with you because I got tagged for the 10 crafty questions. So I thought I would record my video and answer some of these questions so you can get to know me a little bit better. This is going around on YouTube in our community, and I believe it was started by Artsy Ashley. I'm going to tag her or put her information in the description below, as well as anyone else I mention. I'm going to tag 4 other people. Alicia Bland tagged me to do this, so I told her I would do it, and I will put her information below. But I, was thinking about doing a face-to-face video with you, just because sometimes I think it's good. Instead of just seeing people's fingers and hands, you get to know them by the, put a face with a name. But I don't have people to do my hair and makeup, so I just decided I'll put a journal here for something pretty for you to look at. Maybe another day we can work that other out. Maybe I'll find some people that can help do my hair and makeup. Make me presentable. But anyway, so there's 10 crafty questions I want to talk to you about and share some information. My name is Laura, and my business name is The Papered Soul. Number 2 question was, how did you come up with your YouTube name? And I just used my business name for my Etsy shop that I set up, and it was set up for journal makers in mind. And crafters and everything. But when I got into journal making, I just thought, oh my gosh, all the fun supplies that you could gather and everything, and I could sell to you guys and share with you guys to help you with your creative endeavors. So I opened up The Papered Soul on Etsy, and how I came up with that name, I knew I wanted the word paper in it because I just love the art of papers and how they come together and how pretty they are together. And I knew it needed to be paper inspired. But anyway, doing this craft just satisfies my soul and just makes me happy. So I just had to come up with something, and I finally just came up with The Papered Soul, which I believe all of us are papered souls. Number 3 is, what is your favorite type of craft? And I have loved many crafts and hobbies throughout my life, and done cross-stitching, quilting, art journaling, jewelry making. I opened up an Etsy shop back in 2010. It was called Figgy Lane Jewelry. It's still there. I just don't kind of been on a permanent vacation for a while, or maybe I should say temporary, because I'm thinking about getting back into it. But I made gemstone, silver and gold gemstone jewelry and metalsmithing, brass. I did all kinds of different things there. So that was a lot of fun. And I do kind of want to get back into that, but right now I'm really focused on this, so who knows what will happen. But all through many years, I was going to tell you, the art journaling. The art journaling led me to journal making because I was looking at videos on YouTube of art journaling, and then I came across some vintage, these handmade journals videos, and I was hooked. I was like, that's unbelievable. So also I had collected paper pads all through the many years. Paper pads and stamping goes way back for me. I bought paper pads, but I really didn't know what I was going to do with them. But they're so beautiful, and I just loved them. And I remember talking to my husband about it, and I would be like, I love this paper. I love this paper pad. It's like I just felt like I had to have it, but I didn't have a plan for it at that time. So when I discovered journal making that we do, it's been wonderful because I've been able to use these papers and incorporate them into the journals that I make. When I use, I'll match them up with the kits, and everything. So it was good to finally have a place for those beautiful papers. My number 4 is, your favorite place to shop for craft supplies. Well, I love Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's Tuesday mornings, and all of the above. And then, of course, scrapbook.com is a really good one for online. Number 5 is my top crafty YouTube channels. Well, there's so many wonderful, inspiring YouTube channels out there, so many talented people. And but when I think of crafty, excuse me, I think of those people that kind of do the, craft with me's, or they're showing you how to do something or whatever. They come up with some ideas and things. So I'm going to probably name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6. I said 5, but I think if I can narrow it down to 6, I'm doing good. But I believe it's G. Kerr. I think that's how you say her name, G. Kerr. She's really good. Paper Inspirations by Sue Cook. She's really fantastic. Crafty Sabi is Sabrina Oraskovic. Or Oreskovic. I'm not sure how she likes her name said, but her name is fun to say. She's really good. Gail Agostinelli. Wendy and Leo, of course. So Wendy's Journal Adventures, and then that's Wendy and Leo's Journal Adventures, and then you're Juliet. So those are some really, y'all probably know of most of them, if not all of them. But if you don't, then I hope that you'll check them out. I will put them in the description below, because I do enjoy what they have to offer. They just have a lot of creative things, and I like the way they present things. My favorite color is teal blue, the aqua blue. I'm always drawn to that color. And then, of course, there's so many other beautiful colors that go along with it. Favorite tools to craft with. I do love my Fiskars paper trimmer. It's the kind of the heavy duty one, and I love it. It just cuts amazing, and it's just, I've tried the other paper trimmers and everything, and it always seems like the blade's not working, or it rips your paper or something like that. You're not having this issue with this trimmer. And also it's like an automatic sharpening, and by using it keeps the blade sharp. Then I was going to show you my other one. It's a small one from Recollections, but it's amazing, and you would think, oh, small, not much to it. But it is amazing, because when you close it, it has like a little magnets in it, so it kind of cinches your paper down really good. But it's just perfect for my desk space, because, it's just, I can grab it to just trim off those little teeny, smaller pieces of paper, and without having to get up and, go to the big heavy trimmer. So I love that. I love my punches and my punch boards, and I love Fabri-Tac. That is my go-to glue. I've tried other glues, and I still kind of use them some, but the Fabri-Tac for me is the best. The other ones get a little too wet for me, so it wets my paper, and it kind of stays damp for a little bit. And I really don't think I'm using that much either, but I think it's just the type of glue it is. But I love Fabri-Tac. Number 8 is, where do you get your crafting love from? Well, I had a grandmother and an aunt that did sewing and crocheting and quilting and, ceramics my grandmother did. She did painting. I already said that. Anyway, quilting. Did I say quilting? Okay. So, they've inspired me, I really do believe. But I really also think that in me innately, I already had the love of creating, and the quiet that it gives you, the time to yourself, get your mind off your troubles and lower stress, and just, creating things and being creative has always brought me a sense of peace. And I really believe that, well, I know that if I don't get to do things creatively, when there's been times where chunks of time would go by and I didn't get to do things creatively, or, have that time for myself, I really start to wilt. So I really need that. I really need that. Number 9, when did you start crafting? Well, I started cross stitching probably early teenage years, and just always loved that handiwork, doing things with my hands, and the quiet that it brought me. So that's probably when I started, and it just seems like I've tried, like I said before, everything possible out there. Number 10, my favorite craft project so far. I really don't think that I can just list one thing, because I love creating my journals, and each one becomes my favorite because I pour my heart and soul into them. And I really cannot tell you how many times when I'm making a journal, how often I flip through the pages, and I'll start from the beginning, and I just start flipping like whoever ends up with one of these journals would do. And I kind of get a feel for, what kind of feeling does it evoke in someone? What does the page have enough on it? Does it have too much on it? And just the flipping. And so each page that I flip open and I look at, I consider it. I consider each page and what I'm going to do with it. So, the imagery, the colors, the patterns, and the textures, all of it just makes my soul happy. So I can't pick my favorite project. I think my favorite project is just all of them and what all I'm working on at the time. I just love it. So there's good vibes going into all of my projects. So that's a little bit about me, and I look forward to hearing about more of you out there. And I am going to tag Dolly from Gypsy Rose Paperie and Reem Paper Pixie, Angelica Menzel, I hope I'm saying your name right, and Tina Ann Lighty. It might be Lady. I might not be saying that correctly. I'm sorry, Tina, if I'm not saying it right. You can correct me when you film your video. Anyway, I look forward to learning more about some of you out there, and I appreciate the time that you took to pop in and listen to my 10 crafty questions. Take care. Bye.